In this introductory unit, we'll ask ourselves the foundational question. What exactly is ethics? What does it encompass? What are the major schools or approaches to ethics? And more importantly, what are the differences among them? Do human beings have moral intuitions by nature? These are some of the questions you'll be considering during our first week together. Ethics is often defined as the philosophical study of morality insofar as the latter is concerned with how we should conduct ourselves or treat one another. Put very simply, ethics is the study of how we ought to act. There are many ways to approach this study, but we'll concentrate on three. First, we'll investigate the branch of ethics that studies systems of moral rightness and wrongness, frequently called normative ethics. It investigates the principles or norms for determining what, morally speaking, a person should or should not do. Second, we'll engage in applied ethics by examining some controversial actions and practices with reference to these principles or norms. And finally, we'll use a meta-ethical approach when we ponder the very nature of ethics and its profound importance to the human condition. Since ethical norms will often be at the center of our discussions, it's worth sketching the differences between three major schools of ethical thought: consequentialism, deontology, and virtue ethics. Consequentialists, when trying to determine what makes an action morally right, focus on the act's outcomes or consequences, whereas deontologists emphasize the agent's moral obligations or duties, which are often expressed as a set of rules. Virtue ethicists, by contrast, emphasize neither consequences nor rules, but rather moral virtues or habits, so that an action is morally right insofar as the actor's virtuous disposition produced it. You'll have an opportunity to reflect upon these distinctions as you consider the question at the heart of this unit. Do timeless, universal ethical principles really exist? Or are ethical principles best understood in relation to the particular historical periods and practices of the communities, societies, and cultures that formulated them? This is the question you'll be considering in your first essay, which is based on the required textbook reading for this unit. To further prepare you, it will help to inventory some of your own moral intuitions, which you'll be doing in our first discussion board. Well, that's it. I think it should be a very exciting and informative week, and I think you'll have fun with it. Enjoy.